My pranams at the feet of our loving Lord and Master, Bhagwan Sri Sathya Sai Baba. Sai Ram to you all. Welcome to this, the third in a series of tales about ashram life at Prasanthi Nilayam from a time when Swami was still walking amongst us at darshan. This tale is entitled Down to Earth in Puttaparthi. The sign says, "Please do not pick the flowers, no," and painted on it is a picture of a crossed out hand grasping a bunch of flowers. The words are brightly painted in red with floral lettering on a blue background. The first impression is that the sign is a leftover from the hippie period and would not look out of place in a peace camp. I am in the meditation garden and it is late afternoon. It is a quiet and peaceful place. There are only one or two individuals about, sitting silently and seemingly reflecting on the events of the day, or perhaps making inroads on their own personal journey. And that is why I have come. I am keen to wrestle out an improved understanding of several spiritual concepts that are not yet altogether clear to me. I have started by contemplating how God can manifest in various forms in order to express him, her, or itself. I have been inspired to follow this train of thought, having just passed the statue of a rather rotund Ganesha. Nothing will stand up to him when he gets a move on, I think to myself. I wonder why he's carrying an open umbrella. The symbolism escapes me, and it halts any further contemplation on the matter. My attention next turns to the colourful flowers about me that have been left unpicked. These are a thing of beauty, and it is easy to see the hand of God in their creation. I go on to wonder why it is easier to see God in some things, but not in others. For one thing, garden weeds are generally viewed as being unwelcome, even here. I reflect that it is much harder to see the presence of God in the unattractive things of life. But it is seeing the sign asking the reader to desist from picking the flowers that really brings me out of my revelry and down to earth with a bump. This is the real, or is it illusory, world. I'm appalled that anyone in this haven of peace would contemplate the picking of flowers. However, the fact is that there are some people who cannot resist the temptation, even here in Puttaparthi. Well, it is the same in any park back in the UK. It causes me to consider for a moment the very broad diversity of people in the ashram that includes amongst its number the flower pickers. I remind myself that I should not be looking to be critical of others, but instead working on my own shortcomings. With this thought, I fall to contemplating about how I, in my ashram uniform, might look to others. I am dressed in a long-flowing Punjabi suit, and although I am not, there are plenty of people who are also wearing beads. Even so, I still look like a refugee from 1968 San Francisco. But that is because this is the expected dress for ashram life in this part of the world, I think. I'm not a dreamy lotus eater, but here with a purpose, just as everybody else is. We have all chosen to come here to this remote village to progress towards our own personal spiritual objectives. Being in the world, we need to wear something, and this is comfortable enough and uncontroversial. I smile when I think that this uniform makes us all look the same on the outside, but different on the inside, which of course runs contrary to the established teaching. The worldly nature of these constraints causes me to pause and recollect the raised voices in the apartment block, the harassed mothers chasing after their toddlers, my own exasperation with my tight-fitting trousers, and the young lad in the mandir awaiting darshan, reading his teenage romance. Here is another pointer to the real, or is it illusory, world. What I do know is that it is a world full of people with challenges to face and problems to solve. Then I think, and that is why Swami is here in person to help us with real, or are they illusory, solutions for overcoming real or illusory difficulties. What I am sure of is that he is not one of those people who offer all possible assistance short of actual help. He is here with us, sharing our experiences in this illusory, or is it real, world, and pointing the way. Content now with the meandering course that my meditation has taken, I decide to wait for another time to continue work on the real or illusory nature of the world that has started to clog up all my thoughts. From the corner of my eye, I catch sight of another sign. This time it is in the middle of a pond. Not many flowers to pick there, I think. I wonder what the sign says this time. Perhaps it too has another important life message for me. I move to the edge of the pond and lean out over the water to read it. But I still cannot make out the indistinct words. I lean out some more, almost to the point of overbalancing and falling in, when I finally read the warning, "Poisonous snake in pond." Siren.